back to Monarch Herbs. I'm Nikki, and today I'm going to be making a tooth powder. I gave up using fluoride toothpaste a few years ago, and I've experimented with many different concoctions of tooth powders, and this is one of my favorites. It has a few herbs in it. It also has some bentonite clay and diatomaceous earth in it. Really, you could use a combination of any of these herbs if you don't have them all on hand. You can absolutely try, a couple different ones, experiment on your own, see what you like. This one just happens to work great for me and my family. My boys even use it, and so this works. It's got some sweetness to it with the cinnamon and the stevia, so they like it and it works great. So let me show you how to make it. First of all, we're going to start out with some bentonite clay. I have a bag of that here. Bentonite clay, you would think, it's funny because when my husband started using bentonite clay, I always used to kid him that he's eating dirt. And he, it's like, yeah, but it's healthy dirt. Really, it is. And, if the kids swallow this, it's not like fluoride toothpaste where it's damaging to your health. You actually do not need fluoride. These herbs will strengthen your teeth, will clean your teeth, will keep away any gum disease. So that's what I'm doing here. So I've got bentonite clay. I'm going to use 4 tablespoons of bentonite clay. And I will also put the recipe online on my website also if you would like to try it for yourself. But I've got 4 tablespoons of bentonite clay. Next I'm going to put in a tablespoon of the diatomaceous earth. Diatomaceous earth is actually like seashell. Ground up seashells, and the diatomaceous earth gives it a little bit of scratchy power to clean your teeth. That's why I like the diatomaceous earth myself. Some people use baking soda, but it's very salty, and my husband swears by just straight up baking soda. That's great too. That's what the one he uses, but it's too salty for my kids. They didn't like it at all. So I went to the diatomaceous earth as a base for this. Next I'm going to add in some horsetail. Horsetail is great, and it contains a lot of silica and is great for rebuilding and re-enameling your teeth. So if you've got cavities or are prone to cavities, this is excellent for that. So I'm going to do 1 tablespoon of the horsetail. Sometimes you get it in a coarser, like a horsetail leaf sort of, or shred. You can use that also. If you get that, and I have before, put it in a coffee grinder and grind it up. You want to try to get these herbs as fine as you can. Obviously, you don't want big chunks of, leaf between your teeth, right? You're trying to clean your teeth, not add more crap to it. So I also purchased the powder just for this specifically, because it's obviously easier on the teeth. So horsetail. I add in myrrh. Good old myrrh, M-Y-R-R-H, myrrh. And myrrh is an ancient antibacterial, antimicrobial remedy. Obviously, remember from the Bible, frankincense and myrrh, right? Myrrh is excellent for getting any, nasty, cruddy bacteria out. So myrrh, I've got 1 tablespoon of that. We're going to put in 𝐒𝐭𝐨𝐫𝐞. 𝐒𝐭𝐨𝐫𝐞, again, to clean and strengthen your teeth. 1 tablespoon of that. Now, obviously, this is going to make a lot, and this batch will probably last me the year. So, just so you know, you can make smaller batches if you wish. I just make a big batch, store it in the pantry here, and I have a small container that I'll show you here that I just give to the kids, and that way, in case it spills or whatever, I just go ahead and refill it when it's gone, and it's good to go. Next, I'm going to put in cinnamon. Obviously, kids love cinnamon. Who doesn't, right? If you're allergic to cinnamon, obviously, don't use it. But sweet cinnamon, excellent for the taste. Next, I'm going to use cloves. I'm only going to use a little bit of cloves. A little goes a long way with cloves. So I'm only going to use 1 teaspoon of cloves. Cloves is actually great. I have another recipe that I'll put on the site too. Cloves is great for numbing your gums. So if you have a toothache put cloves on it. Cloves will numb it in no time flat. And so I put it in my toothache powder in case a kid is trying to, one of my kids is trying to pull a tooth and it's achy, right? You know, really, really bothering him. So, or, you know, they're cutting teeth, a little bit of cloves on it can actually numb it for you. Don't need that Orajel concoction stuff you get from the store. Cloves works great for that. So I've got 1 teaspoon of cloves. Next I've got peppermint, and I'm going to do one tablespoon of peppermint, but this is not ground. So I'm going to stick this one in the coffee grinder to grind this up. So I've got 1 tablespoon of peppermint, and I'm going to put the stevia in there too. Now you can use powdered stevia you get from the store. That works too. I just happen to have the actual herb here, stevia. So I'm going to throw that in there. And I'm going to do, another tablespoon, 1 more tablespoon of that into the coffee grinder. And I'm just going to grind that up. Once I get that ground as fine as I can, then I'll stick it in here. Coffee grinders are great for, you know, any kind of grinding down of herbs. They don't cost very much, really easy to do. Not fine enough. We'll try a little bit more here. Check it again. Yeah, one more. One more round and it should be good to go. It's almost there. I smell it. I smell the peppermint and the stevia. Woo-wee. There we go. Pretty darn fine. It's not super duper duper fine, but it's pretty good. It'll definitely work. So I'm going to add that to the mixture here. And I'm just going to stir this all up. And this is it. This is your tooth powder. So you'll just put this on your toothpaste, go ahead and brush your teeth, and you're set to go. Talk about rebuilding, cleaning your mouth, totally natural, no fluoride and other, oh, I don't even know what's in toothpaste anymore. I know I can't pronounce the stuff in it. Petroleum chemicals, I don't know. And then there's, of course, the colorants to make it pretty, you know, red and green and blue for you. Make it look like there's real mint in there, and there's probably not. I don't know. Anyway, this is all mixed up. It's set to go. So I have these little plastic containers. You can get them online at Amazon, or I purchase a lot of my containers online at Freud Containers. Again, the link will be on my site. If you want to order any sorts of containers, you know, you can get the tincture bottles there. You can get these, which are great for travel, or, you know, you can get different sizes of these. So I'll just mark this on the top here as toothache powder. Sorry, not toothache powder, toothpaste powder. Tooth powder, there we go. Tooth powder. All set to go. And we're set to go ahead and brush our teeth. And like I said, extra. So this will probably last us the whole year. So we've got plenty of extra. All right, that's all I have for you today. I hope you keep your teeth nice and clean and rebuilding. Get rid of those cavities and you're set to go. Thanks again for joining me.